Hello, I'm Ramadi Biasi, and this is my reflection on my non-linear narrative short mini film I did with my cat. So something that I realized while doing this particular short mini film was that filming with a cat is very hard. It's hard to get them to do things that you want them to do. It took me about seven, I took about 7 different takes of the part where I'm at my computer because I wanted to get it like just right. Like there was something in the shot or just something about it that I didn't like, and I didn't even use the last one. So that was something that was a part of filming that. And another thing was figuring out what I wanted to film for non-narrative, my non-narrative example, was a bit harder than I thought it would be, but only because I was making it a lot more complicated on myself. Because in my brain, the way that I believe I understand non-narrative is you're telling the story. Most stories in chronological way would go 1, 2, 3, but non-narrative would go maybe 2, 3, 1, or more like 2, 1, 3. And 2, 1, 3 is how I did my mini um my mini non-narrative film, non-linear narrative film. And I made it more harder on myself because I kept trying to make it like so complicated. I was like, my first thought was like, okay, I'll do one of her like jumping up on something, and then I'll go back to this, then I'll go back to that, and then I would like do all these things. And then I realized that I couldn't do all that because I only have my one like Sony camera, and I only had so much time and so much other resources. And also I knew that people wouldn't have a lot of patience with me if I kept doing that. And eventually I realized that non-linear narrative is simply just kind of jumbling up like the parts, like doing it in a 2, 1, 3 instead of like a 1, 2, 3. So I realized that I could literally just um, do the 2, which is like me sitting on my computer trying to get something done, and then just going back in time and showing like why she was being like that, and then going back forward to kind of show the aftermath of it. And that is a nonlinear narrative. It is one type of non it is a one type it is one type of a nonlinear narrative. And I realized that something something that I realized was that doing this short mini film like that in a nonlinear way kind of made it more funnier in my opinion, because like especially if you have a cat, you kind of know like, oh, why are they like being like this, and you go back and you realize she's being petty about it, about being moved off of my hoodie, and in my opinion, it made more funnier. Um, so I realized that in some ways, doing a non-linear narrative can be um, a help to the film, to like a film. Um, so that's something that I realized while I was doing this. Um, so yeah, that was kind of my big experience, my experience of doing this. Thank you.